aren't you in with me? Here, come on, stand with me. Do you want to wear your glasses or not?
I will, because I'm going to read.
Okay. Okay, hi everybody. We are live again. We are excited to be here. I think I only have, hi Una, hi Steve. Here, come on in, Emma. We today, what day is it today? If anybody chimes in with what day it is,
It's Wednesday.
you get a prize.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Emma wins. It's Wednesday.
What prize do I have?
So, you know, that's kind of days. What prize does she get? I don't know. I'll have to think of that. She gets to eat an extra cookie. We've got cookies tonight. So, okay. So here we are. We're cooking live again with you tonight. And I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe and hopefully taking advantage of this family time and yeah, just sending well wishes to everybody. So, hi April. So, oh, I've got to get rid of a text. Okay, so tonight we're doing something, even a little bonus material tonight, because we're not just cooking, we're doing a family picnic. So tonight's episode is going to be a little more similar to the original concept. Many of you might know that I was working on a food show before all this happened called For the Love of Food. That was, I've said it before and I'll say it again, not about technique of cooking, about making cooking approachable and entertaining. A lot of you all are designers and you are used to having people in your homes. So it's combining the love of all of those things. Entertaining, having people in your home, sharing a meal. And unfortunately, we're not able to do that right now. So as a family, we're doing it, and it's really lovely. And tonight, we're doing a family picnic because it's a beautiful evening here tonight.
Is everyone going to be in it?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody's gonna make an appearance tonight. But it's showing a little bit about what I might do in my own home once the actual show starts, and I get to embrace having people in my house again, which I'm really excited for. So, thanks for being here. So we're celebrating the beautiful weather here in Houston tonight, and we're gonna go in our backyard and have a picnic. And so it's really casual tonight. A lot I've prepared already, and you what? Oh, yeah, Emma wants me to make a joke because it's April Fool's. I'm not good at jokes. If anybody has a good, potatoes, rosemary, garlic, you saw my ingredients. If anybody has a joke, go for it. Our joke on the kids this morning, somebody advised me, was that we told them they had to repeat the school year this year. And they pretty much all fell for it and went a little crazy. And then, of course, my 15-year-old is like, I have a phone. I can fact check that. It's not for real. So, but anyway, it was fun for April Fools. So if anybody had anything fun happen today, that's what we're all needing to do right now, right? Is to kind of escape from reality a little bit. So I'd love to hear it. So tonight, picnic, we are making steak sandwiches with an artichoke puree. And ironically, I'm not really a sandwich person. I do love this one though. It's a really hearty sandwich and it's on a baguette. So you really can't go wrong. So excited to put that together. And the secret is in the artichoke sauce. It is delicious. And that's really kind of all we're cooking up tonight. We're gonna make some potatoes too as a side, but just kind of a fun casual night tonight. Maybe a little bit of an elevated sandwich that I've definitely served this to entertain before. It's just a sandwich, but it looks really beautiful and it's a little elevated. So it's a great way to entertain on a really kind of casual level. I see a couple Californians on here. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys are the masters at it. So it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna start right away. We're gonna get going because we need to cook some potatoes. We do need to cook a little bit today. And I don't have good thing my oven was going before because I did forget to preheat my oven. So hopefully that doesn't take too much time. So yeah, we have these beautiful colored potatoes tonight that I went ahead and halved, or at least made similar size because that's the key to this is that they all roast and get done in a similar, timely manner. Emma, you want to help with that?
What do I need to do?
Here, stand over here. Emma couldn't decide tonight if she wanted to help. Usually she helps me cook, but we're not cooking that much. So she said she wanted to be to let me know who's on and the commentator. But because like I said, I've said before I left that I can't do two things at once. Okay, so she's and she's great at waving at people. So hi everybody, Emma's waving at you. Okay, so we've got our potatoes all cut into similar sizes. And I love these colored potatoes. If you guys don't cook with these often, especially the purple ones, what is it about these? They like have their own, they have their own flavor. They're just delicious and sweet and really nice. So we're starting with a tray of those. Emma's going all out. She's gonna give emojis. She's gonna talk to everybody tonight. Okay, so I'll get going with, I guess she wants to converse instead of cook. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil over here. Plenty to get that roasted. I've got some beautiful fresh rosemary. I was really lucky to find that at the store. And we're gonna strip this down. This is really rustic what we're doing here, so don't even stress about it. We stripped that down. We've got some garlic going.
Mom, what do I do?
Okay.
Oh, can I cut it?
I'll go ahead and cut it and then you be the sprinkler, okay? You wanna do that? Okay, so I'm just, this rosemary, no matter what it looks like when you chop it, it's just going right over our roasted potatoes. So kind of want like a nice rustic, uneven chop. I like that about rosemary. Gosh, it already smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this through the phone. Doesn't it smell good? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, that was a little bit of a stalk.
It smells a little bit too strong.
Too strong right now? So we've talked a lot. We've been cooking with the kids a lot, and we've talked about, onions and all of that, and how strong it is when you're right up in it. But, I've kind of talked to them about it takes a lot of practice to figure out exactly your seasoning level and when you're using fresh herbs versus dry, and how to make that work in a recipe. So it takes some practice. But
can I cut the cloves?
So we just need, do you want to mince that a little bit?
Uh-huh.
We're going to, let's do
sprinkle it?
We've got a couple garlic cloves. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to mince or you want to sprinkle?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
so I'm just going to sprinkle our rosemary.
All of that?
Yeah, let's do all that. Let's see how it looks. A lot of it I go on looks when I'm seasoning. Pepper especially. That mac and cheese we did last week. I really went off of like how much pepper I saw in the sauce, and I could really tell if it was enough without even really tasting it.
I think that's good.
Oh, let's do a little bit more. A little bit more. That looks great. Okay, so I'm just gonna mince up some garlic for us. Well, you know what? You might as well go ahead and mince it all because we need the rest for our artichoke sauce.
Is it gonna make you cry?
No, garlic does not make you do that like onion does. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we need for all this. Again, we've got potatoes going, any kind you want, cut up, rosemary, garlic, olive oil. We're gonna do a little salt and pepper. That's done. For our sandwich, I am using, this is gonna be a little bit messy over here. We've got all of our ingredients, but I'm using, personally, some baguette loaves. But you can use any kind of sandwich bread. There was a nice ciabatta at the store this week that I thought about getting, but I did a baguette instead. And truthfully, like a true bakery baguette, I kind of avoid for sandwiches because it gets really like tough to eat. This was just a La Brea kind of soft baguette, and I prefer that for sandwiches. It's just a little bit just easier to eat, and it's more about like the filling than like the bread itself. And then we have, what else is gonna go on is your protein. So tonight we prepared some beef tenderloin, and I'm gonna slice that up, and that's our protein. But this would also go really well if you had a rotisserie chicken left over, if you had grilled chicken, even just like roast beef, just kind of sliced roast beef left over, that works really well too. All those flavors. Oh, look at that. That looks great, Emma. Can you mince it just a little bit more? Chop that a little bit more. Good job. And, okay, so where was I? So we've got our protein, we've got the sandwich, the bread. We're gonna do some greens on here. I love arugula on this sandwich, but as we're not shopping as much as normal, we're using what we had, which is kind of a spring mix. So we're using that for our greens, and then we're gonna do some shaved Parmesan. So I'll do that in a moment.
Is this good?
And in a moment, I'll go over the ingredients for our artichoke sauce because that's, like I said, really the highlight. That looks great. So can you put about half of that, sprinkle it over that. I'm getting Emma to do my dirty work because we all know when we chop garlic, it's like, ugh, it doesn't get off your, oh, that's okay. You wanna come say hi, Callie? I've got another one over there, but she's not, she's camera shy. Stop, she's saying stop. I'm not stopping. Now she's leaving the room, so she gets to stay out of here. Okay, so we've got our rosemary garlic. That looks great. Normally I'd toss this up with my hands, but since I'm on camera, I'm just gonna do this, and then I don't have to go all the way to the sink. So I wonder if any of you are, let's see, hi Suzanne, Emma's waving for us.
You waved.
Well, I did at that time. Let's see. I had trouble, if anybody has any recommendations for me on what wine to pair with this, I would love to hear it. I'm drinking right now a Sauvignon Blanc because it's really warm here. And this sandwich is kind of full of flavor. We're using a white wine vinegar, we're using Parmesan. So, typically you might think to pull a red with, if it's a beef tenderloin, but because we have all these other flavors going on, and kind of the acidity of that vinegar, what wine? Emma's writing a message. What wine, everyone? There we go. What wine, everyone? Okay, so Emma's saying that for me. Thank you, Emma. So I don't know, curious to know if you started a cocktail. I know there's so many designers that end up watching this. Like I said, that's mostly my audience, and I've had so much fun watching everybody's lives when they join together. I know Catherine and Jeffrey were just doing one. I was watching it as I was prepping this out of LA. That was super fun to watch. My friend Marie's doing one right now with, gosh, I can't remember who she was on with. She was just on with Joanna Saltz yesterday or the other day. And I know Lux has started some, so gosh, it's so fun to see everybody. We're such a small industry anyway, relatively, and I always feel so connected to everybody around the country as I travel, and I don't know, it doesn't feel too different. I love how connected we're all staying, so I appreciate that. And thank you for all watching. How do we put that down, Emma?
Oh my God.
Okay, so these are going in the oven. These are not quite preheated. I'm cheating. The oven's not, but it should be at more like 425, but we're just going for it because that's where we're at tonight. I forgot that. And I'll start it at 12 minutes. I don't think it's going to be done by then because it's not preheated, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, next. What's next? Next we need our artichoke sauce. Like I said, that's the kind of, hi Mary Ellen, hi Ryan. That's the star of the show, is our artichoke sauce. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give you that recipe. We have 12 ounces of jarred artichoke hearts, and they're rinsed and drained right in here. And this is my food processor bowl. So that's going to mix up. We are going to use, I'm going to say a quarter cup of, Emma's waving to you, Ryan. Quarter cup of vinegar. So I'm just splashing that in there, not measuring. Made this sauce a lot, so I can get away with that. But it's about a quarter cup of vinegar.
Can I
Yeah. Emma, why don't you stand by me? I think everybody, always say, like, people are on here more, they comment more on the kids, so I think they should just take over. I don't need to be here.
So do you just add like one?
Okay, so I'll tell you when to stop. So we're doing a half cup of olive oil. So glug, glug, glug. Keep going, keep going. Okay, that's good. Okay, we need the rest of our garlic. Put the rest of our garlic in. So this is really easy, but it's delicious. It's so good. It's really good for a dip too. You can dip veggies in here if you have extra.
Can I blend?
And we're gonna have extra because admittedly my kids don't eat this sauce. They're good eaters typically, but this sauce is a little much. I think Emma will. She's my best eater. I don't know if my other kids are watching me on Instagram. Probably not. See, my other kids aren't even watching, so I can say it. Emma's my best eater. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I try more things than Declan.
Yes, that's true. Hey, go see what we've got a new puppy, so Nappa's creating some chaos in this house right now.
He's chewing up the yoga mat.
Oh, the yoga mat. He's got my yoga mat. Can you get him to stop, please, Em? Okay, the rest of this garlic's going in. We need salt and pepper. Just gonna do half teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of pepper, and we're gonna mix this up. Oh, and I messed up and that. There we go. Okay, so sorry, it's gonna get loud for a second. You wanna do it? Okay, the fun part of cooking for kids, the electronics. Hi, Margaret. Are you still on? Let's see. I'll wave to you. There you go. That's perfect. This only takes a second, so bear with us for a second. Okay. Go, go, go. Okay, let's see it. Emma, can you get us a couple small spoons? What's wrong with me? I can't. Oh, that looks good. Can you give us a couple small spoons? Okay, we're gonna taste test this because,
Mom?
I know, I see. Nappa's causing trouble. He's up on the counter. We got a chocolate lab last fall, right before Christmas, and he's getting big. We've never had a big dog before, and he's like getting big and getting into stuff. So we're gonna see how that situation goes. I might need to protect my food a little bit more. Okay, so this is
Can I?
mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to try it.
So it's,
Well,
I mean, it's like a base for a spinach and artichoke dip in a way, but without the spinach, obviously. But we'll get that with our greens on them. Is it good? Do you think we need? I think
sour.
it's a little sour. Good. Okay, so here's the thing to think about.
It's good.
It is good, yeah. So if you're taste testing it, I think it actually only needs a little more salt. It's gonna be a little sour and a little powerful, but remember it's just a sandwich spread. I mean, we have the beef tenderloin going in and the greens and the Parmesan. So that's all, they're all gonna like work really well together and bring that flavor, like tone it down a little bit. It's not like we're eating it plain, although she is, so. Okay. It's sour, it's a little sour, but it's good. Okay, so we've got our spread ready. So, what's the time for now? Now we have to slice up our tenderloin for our sandwiches. We're about ready to go. So this is gonna be a little bit, I'm not baking or anything tonight, so this is gonna be a little bit shorter than normal, right? Where did my good knife go for that? I don't know.
It's been 18 minutes.
No, where is it? Here it is. It's been 18 minutes. Okay, Emma's keeping track for us. We've gone like a little longer than I always expected, but that's all right. Okay. So let's see, these rested a little while, so they should be good. So we're just gonna slice this up.
Slice it.
I'll do it, sweetie, that's okay. Okay, so we have like a nice pink center in this, so that worked out really well. I seared these over the stovetop and then put them in the oven to finish off a little bit. So honestly, it was kind of prepping for the whole picnic, so I wasn't paying that close of attention. So
is it like steak?
I'm glad that yeah, it's just steak, honey. I'm glad
Why
that
is it called tenderloin?
It's just the type of cut of meat. So it's where they get it from. It's the cut of meat. Okay, so we're gonna slice this up. I would have liked it maybe a little more rare, but what can you do? I was a little distracted. That happens sometimes. At least I didn't.
Some A1 sauce on
No, we're not going to do that tonight. Typically, I don't know if is Katie on here? My sister-in-law that joins occasionally is my built-in live timer. I'm like, Katie, remind me to take the bread out of the oven or take the cake out of the oven. And she does. Works like magic. So let's see, everybody's kind of in different, coming from different areas, I think, right now. Una, if you're still on here, I bet your weather is perfect there in LA. Let's see, we've got a Floridian that was on here with some warm weather. So I'm hoping that with all of this and staying in that you guys are all getting some warm weather your way and I know for us in Houston, enjoying the outdoors has been really a huge gift to us. So we've been really fortunate that way. So let's see. What else are we up to tonight? What else are we serving with this picnic? So for me, when I'm entertaining, and I'm just gonna pretend that we're entertaining tonight, I never want to take on too much as the cook because I really want to enjoy my guests. So I don't want to take on too many new recipes, too much time in the kitchen. I try to do as many recipes as possible that you can cook in advance, and you know, maybe just do like a little finishing work when your guests arrive. So something like this is especially easy because I'm just gonna spend like kind of 20 minutes prepping all this stuff. Potatoes I could have done already, so you know, especially like if it was like more like a cold, like these could go cold as like a cold potato salad, and just add some fresh herbs right as your guests arrive, and it works really well. So Emma's chatting with everybody. So the menu, you know, I don't even know if you'd call this a menu tonight. Yes, steak just fell on the floor. Good thing it was just the end piece, but okay. We've got a lot of this, and good thing we have a puppy. He's just kind of. All right, we are ready. I need one more cutting board here to kind of put our sandwich together is what I need. So, excuse me for a second. Move this over here. Okay, working with my, the other exciting thing about the food endeavor and food show I'm working on is it was really meant, honey, what you doing? Meant to be around our kitchen renovation, which is not happening yet because of everything that's going on. So I'm really excited down the road to show you guys all what we're doing with our house and have this big island to cook at because I just spend so much time here. I can't wait for that. We're like almost doubling the size of our island, so it's gonna be great.
And also we run out of room a lot.
Yes, we run out of room. Family of 6. You need a lot of counter space and all that.
We'll also be able to have a sink there and
You're coming in the video. They
two
want to see
people
you.
can cut it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
six-
true.
2 people can.
Yeah, it'll be a better working kitchen for more than one person. Come in the video, sweetie. Okay. All right, so now we're just gonna build our sandwich. So that's real easy. Before we do that, I'm gonna take one moment. Emma, why don't you tell them, I don't know, tell them a story. Do you have a story?
What?
Or why don't you dare them to tell them that their April Fool's jokes? I don't think we got an April Fool's joke from anybody. I'm gonna toss these potatoes. Okay, they need another 5 minutes. Okay. Set that for 5 more minutes. You're out of, nothing? Emma's got nothing to say?
I pranked my mom that I broke her charger and she believed it at first, but then she said it was an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, she uses my charger all the time, and I have like the new 11 like supercharger, and she's like, I broke your charger. So that was her April Fool's joke to me. And first I believed it, but because we had already pranked them, I had it figured out pretty quickly, right? But it was a good one.
Can I put this thing?
Yeah. Okay, so Emma's just gonna slather both sides of, I just have a full baguette here that, oh wait, no, we're gonna do that first, honey. Do the sauce on both sides.
Okay.
Okay, so she's gonna take, you know what? I'm gonna get this out of here because it's so sharp and I don't want you to, okay. Okay, so she's got our artichoke, and it's kind of a,
Kind of like a jam.
yeah, jam consistency. It's a little, yeah, no, that's a good.
It's like the jam on the bread.
Yeah.
It's like what you would do for a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like the jelly and the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can layer it on, especially because the sandwich is for the grown-ups, so we're gonna want to put it on both sides. You can put even more on both sides, because we're not gonna put it on the other one. We're not gonna put it on the kids' one. You're gonna have it, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. So like I said, especially with this kind of artichoke and the white wine vinegar is why I'm going with the Sauvignon Blanc, and just picnic. I don't know, it's just this like fresh, beautiful, perfect spring day today. So just felt like, and I'm drinking a Frog's Leap Sauvignon Blanc tonight. So very Napa-y, which is our dog's name too. So we have a lot of Napa wines in this house and a dog. So cheers, everybody. Okay, looking good. Okay, speaking of the dog, I'm trying to like butt him out of here because he's like about to jump up for the meat. Okay, so next Emma's gonna kind of, let's see, where's our base? That's our base piece. It's hard to see, I know. Okay, Emma's gonna take these steak pieces and lay them right across. You wanna do that? Lay them right across the top, or the base actually. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. You can put them even closer together. And then the next step will be our greens. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start shaving the Parmesan. Maybe I'll just shave it right over actually. It'll probably be easier. Hi, Kristen. Okay, looking good. All right, so if you're just joining us, we're doing a, oh, not yet. We've got more toppings. We've got to do.
Wait, I'm gonna put another layer on.
No, because
just like one.
maybe just two more.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, we are doing a family picnic tonight to try to get some more fresh air. I think it's supposed to rain every day in the next week in Houston, so we're gonna try to enjoy this. It's beautiful weather today, beautiful spring weather. So we're gonna try to enjoy the outdoors for the last evening that we can. Okay, we'll do our Parmesan next. So,
Can I do it?
no, because I'm gonna try to do it pretty fast here. I'm just gonna shave this right over. And I really try to do this pretty thick, so I really kind of push down hard. I like the bite of it. It's looking good.
We gotta get some on that end.
Well, we can fill it because I think some fell off. So, can you fill that right back up?
It looks like bubblegum. Looks like bubblegum strips.
Bubblegum strips, yeah. Yeah, okay.
And then basil.
And then next we have, so like I said, my favorite thing to do on this sandwich is arugula, but we are working with what we got, and we've just got a spring mix. So it's some spinach and just some leafy greens.
I don't
That's
like
what we're gonna
spinach.
do on this. Yeah, Emma's a good eater, but she doesn't love spinach, so
I
do some.
used to love it. Then I wasn't really a fan of it. I would just eat it. But then I didn't like it at all because of the texture.
So what greens do you like? Let's put a little bit more in
I
there.
like
Do a little more.
Caesar salad, that type.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like spinach.
Got it.
I'll have the purple ones too.
Okay. Okay, so my timer just went off for my potatoes. They're getting a little golden brown, which is nice.
Okay, can I put it on?
Yeah, but I think they need another few minutes.
And this is our steak sandwich.
Looks good. Oh, there's a fly in here. Looks good, good, good. Okay, let's slice this up and we'll put it on our party tray here, huh? How about that?
Can I slice it up?
I think I'll do it. Okay.
The ones that are sharp.
Okay, so I'm gonna do,
Diagonal and diagonal.
I'm gonna do 3 sandwiches out of each of these baguettes. We have 6 people in this house, so I'm gonna do 3 sandwiches out of each of these. So let's see. That's what we've got. Looks pretty good. And I'm just kind of filling these up on, oh, that one looks so good. Look at all that. Yum. The artichoke is just such a unique flavor too. It's just, like I've said, it's just the best part of this sandwich. Emma, do you want to get the brie out? We've got some brie to cut up for our...
Stinky cheese?
Yeah, my kids love brie. It's like maybe where we spend sometimes the most amount of money in the grocery store. Our fancy cheeses. And I come home and set them out for guests, and my kids have eaten them before anybody even comes over.
I have
Right?
an idea.
What?
They have to be in this.
Okay, Emma's got some, it's like we're the Super Bowl today. We've got some fancy toothpicks for our sandwiches, so looking good. So yeah, we're gonna set these out outside along with our kind of rosemary potato salad. I think I'll
So this is
saving a little
what-
bit of this fresh rosemary
This is what
to
one looks like.
put back on our potatoes, and we'll salt them a little bit more too. Yeah, there we go. Here, let's move our tray over so people can see what we're gonna bring outside. That's a party tray now, Emma. Add some gold. And we've got can you get the brie out of the fridge, sweetie? Okay. Okay. Fancy. Got some fancy stuff going on here for our picnic. And I've already set out some flowers outside, a picnic blanket that my dog keeps taking over and laying on. So well, maybe we'll just sit at our table, but we'll see. It's right in here. Oh gosh, almost dropped it.
Got it.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna set out some cheese and some grapes and crackers. Have a nice French type picnic, I guess. Sandwiches, the baguette. We're excited. Okay, sorry, that's annoying. Okay, I think the potatoes are just about ready. I've got my wedge of cheese here. One thing I learned, this might be common knowledge, it wasn't to me. If you ever spend time in Paris, one of my favorite things to do, there's a company called Paris by Mouth, and they have restaurant recommendations that are really fantastic, and they do 3-hour walking food tours of neighborhoods. And I took one of the Marais district, and I showed up for Maison, which a lot of you go to in January. I was there a day early, so just by myself I signed up and spent 3 hours walking the district and learned about, that's where the head bakery is that provided the bread for the president that year. There's a big competition where they come up with whoever can provide the president's house the bread that year, which was really cool. So we stopped there. You stop and buy cheese. You stop at a wine shop, and you just do this. I'm waving around the knife. You get a really wonderful tour of the district, and then you kind of all sit at the end at a wine shop, taste, and get out all your food and have a little picnic. So it's a really nice thing to do. So it's Paris by Mouth. I can link them. But one thing I learned is that, they take their cheese pretty seriously there, as do we. We love cheese in this house too. But how serious they are about cutting it. The way that they make it is so important to them, and so you're really supposed to serve it in that same way that it was made. So, we have this brie round, so I'm just gonna cut it in wedges to kind of keep the essence of that round shape. And like I said, that's really important to them there if you ever maybe go to somebody's house there or
Where? Paris?
in Paris, in France. Instead of just kind of like leaving it out and having people cut it up, they want you to kind of keep the shape since they worked so hard at it.
Same
So-
with this.
Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and do that with our brie. Try. We like to pretend we're in Paris sometimes, right? Okay, so now our potatoes have to be ready, so I'm gonna get those out, see what they look like. Smell really good. We've got this nice golden brown color with that. I might have done them, let's see, our garlic kind of fried up a little bit in the olive oil, which I think should still be good. I think I was dangerously close to overcooking that garlic, but I think it's just fine. Just gonna put this right in the bowl. The olive oil also drizzle over, make them really tender. Really pretty. And I'm gonna also, now that they'll catch the salt really well, we did salt, didn't we, over our potatoes?
No.
That was a mistake. Think we missed salting the potatoes before they went in the oven.
The only thing we salted was
You didn't see that.
Was that.
You're right. Okay, we're salting now. Don't hold that against me. I like never forget salt. You guys will see me cook. Like I'm very heavy-handed with my salt. That's a rarity.
And sugar. We add the sugar in the video.
And sugar? No. And all the good stuff. That's what I'm heavy-handed with, right, Emma? Okay, so, oh my gosh, Tom. Okay, look what we're making tonight. It's not the same. It's not the same. There's lots of olive oil. There's lots of salt.
You forgot to salt.
They're not French potatoes. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this by hand. Do some of the fresh rosemary, because as we know, once it's in the oven, that gives it its own flavor. If we add a little fresh rosemary, the texture and the flavor will be a little bit different. So it's nice to have both those layers. And Emma, I mean, this is just a major party platter with these sandwiches. If you're just joining us, Emma, we've made steak sandwiches with an artichoke puree, and Emma has fancied up our picnic tonight. We're doing an outdoor picnic. I'm saving one plain for my boys. They'll just want the meat and bread is what they're gonna want on there. So here we go. What are we forgetting? We've got our steak sandwiches. We've got our cheese platter for our picnic. We've got our roasted potatoes. And yeah, look at all that in there. Again, there's steak in here, but chicken would work too. And our greens, shaved Parmesan, artichoke puree, which is the best, that's the highlight. We've got some cheese and crackers, and we're ready to go for a picnic tonight. Ready? Emma's staying out of she's here. Come in here, because we're gonna say goodbye. Come in. So thanks for joining us again tonight. Again, hope everybody's doing well, and we appreciate spending this time with you, right? And sharing food with you, because I love to do that, and hopefully one day you'll all be able to be in my house and sharing food, right? Would have anybody over? All right, so bon appetit, everybody, have a good evening, and we'll see you next time.